Yo, yo, yo. It's Smoking with Too Tall. Sitting across from me. Introduce yourself.
What's good? It's Cairo the Mask. You already know.
Feel free to drop your socials and shit, too.
At Cairo the Mask on everything. Look me up. Sheesh. Literally. Google me. But yeah.
Perfect. Yo, so I've been wondering about your name. Like, Cairo the Mask is such a hard name. Is it a reference to, like, Egypt? Like, how'd you come up with your name?
So first, the Cairo portion of it, like, I've always been into, like, ancient Egypt, like, mummies, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, like, I don't know what happened, like, in the black community, just went through a wave of, like, I guess, like, studying Egypt and their roots and stuff. So, like, I always thought, like, Cairo was just, like, a cool name. And also, like, I don't know if you ever seen the Boondocks before.
Mm-hmm.
Huey's best friend in the show was named Cairo. So, I was like, all right, cool. Fire name. And then the mask, MF Doom, I've always been a fan of MF Doom. So, I took the mask portion from him, you know. I always thought he's, like, the way he could just, like, rhyme entire sentences was crazy. So, I took the mask from MF Doom.
So, I fuck with the Boondocks. Who was your favorite character on the Boondocks?
My favorite character was Huey Freeman.
Okay.
Hands down. But, you know, yeah.
What was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode? Sheesh. I think it's Fried Chicken Flu.
Is that the one where the town gets, like mad
everyone's
sleepy
sick.
and shit?
Everyone's sick because they're eating, like, Chick-fil-A or something. And then dude brings in the bag. He's like, bro, this ain't chicken, it's buffalo. And everyone's like, yo, bro, you're mad stupid. Like, and then Tom gets sick, and then everything's just like, you know, shenanigans from there. That and the stripper one. The one when Granddad brings a stripper home. That shit's mad funny. I don't even care. But yeah.
The shit, I love Thugalicious' arc in that whole show. Yeah. I love that he was like popping, and then like he ended up having to work like UPS and shit.
Right? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, this dude's like, yo, man, this really the struggle. There's just naked kids and some naked like granddad walking by. He's like, yo, man, that's a damn shame. I'm like, that's crazy. Yo, I don't care. That whole group was just hilarious.
That shit was fucking funny. What year did they stop making episodes? Do you know?
I don't remember. I know they tried to come back with like another season, and it was kind of shenanigans because they got rid of Aaron McGruder. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just remember I always used to watch it with my cousin, like when I was younger, and it just stuck.
I feel that.
Yeah, so that's fire.
So who were some of your other people that you listened to when you was younger?
Kendrick Lamar is like my top number one. Definitely a lot of like older boom bap stuff, like Mos Def, Wu-Tang, Nas, all them. And with my mom, definitely Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott every once in a while, but like pretty much everything Timberland touched.
Right.
Lil Wayne, and then Drake and Nicki Minaj, and pretty much all the Young Money too. So like those are like my influences for musical wise.
What are some of your favorite albums then? Like out of everybody?
Out of everybody?
Yeah, like what name like 3 favorite albums of all time?
Mad Villainy.
Okay.
By MF Doom. To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
Fire.
And sheesh. You know what? Sun's Tirades by Isaiah Rashad.
Which one was that one?
What's it called?
Like, what did the cover art look like?
I think it looked like him running like over a car or something, or floating over a car. I think it was something like that. So yeah, that one.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Fucking So I listened to your last. I don't know if it's a mixtape or an album, but it was King's World.
Yeah, no, that I dropped that a while ago. So what I did with that was, like, you know, everyone was just always in the studio every day. So I'm like, yo, like. And then I think Dreamville just dropped their like Revenge of the Dreamers, too, and they had the documentary with it. It was like, oh yeah, we have 10 days to make a nasty ass album. I'm like, what? I could do that too. Didn't take 10 days. took like a whole year, but like I ended up making all the beats for it, and just like all my friends from the studio, like we just ended up making mad songs, and we just made like cool project, simple, you know.
Cause I fucked with the transitions a lot. That's what I was gonna ask you about the production. Cause like I was listening to the shit and I wouldn't even notice like it was on to the next song. Like, it would just like flow into each other.
Exactly. So my first project, I don't remember where I got the idea from, but I just remember wanting to like make it feel like, instead of just making it feel like, oh, it's one song then this song, I wanted to make it feel like one whole like journey you're going through. So it's like I just want people to listen to it all the way through the without like stops. So like my first project ever that I've done was called 2 a.m. TV or whatever.
Okay.
And I would have like these TV like you know the white noise from TV,
like intermissions or whatever. Like
yeah. So I would use that to like transition from song to song. Or just so you could know it was like the end of a song. So I'm like, all right, how can I do like transition for this next project, but like do a little different. So I'm like, all right, let's make it seamless transitions, you know, like just add a bunch of like different weird like sound effects, Foley, and just make it transitions pretty smooth. So
do you feel like transitions are like kind of an underrated thing nowadays?
Definitely. It's like, cause like, I don't know, like, yeah, just like making like the small details to me is what really like elevates like something from just like standard to like, you know, quality. Like it gives something for like people to hang on. Like it gives like yourself a way to stand out from everyone else's stuff, you know? So that's why I thought like the transitions would be cool. And it like keeps people engaged too, I felt like. So yeah, that's why I did that.
What was your favorite song that you like really enjoyed recording off of that one, if you had to
off
pick
of
one?
That project? Sheesh. I don't know, cause the way each song just happened to work out was just like mad cool. Like let's say the one Fiends, right? Not my favorite, but it was cool how it came about, right?
Okay, break it down.
So I did the hook for, I'm like, there's be some Fiends and some hosts, two shit, right? And then we ended up meeting this kid, like, I've just found him off SoundCloud. I'm like, yo, this is fire, bro. Like, you know, where you from? He's like, I'm from Manch. He moved there like to Manch like a week ago. And then like, literally like, I'm pretty sure like, if not that day, like a week after, he ended up coming like to the studio, and I'm like, yo, just hop on this song for fun. Why not?
Right.
He just spit some fire shit, like no stop, one take. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, this is going on the project. So I don't know. They just all have like a bunch of cool stories, but I feel like my favorite one. Damn, that's crazy. It's probably the one with me and Tov.
Okay, do you know the name of that one?
I don't remember. It might be Tov, but I just remember that making the song, I found like this sample of like a Harvard like scat like team or choir team or something like that. So it was just like ba 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 da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me sample this, and like Tov just did some nasty shit on it. I did some pretty calm shit on it, and it just came out smooth.
For me, if I had to pick some, I think you had one called Moves. I think was one of them.
Wow,
and I thought the beat did the beat switch when it went on to one of y'all?
Yeah,
or like it got more intense or something.
So again, I just did the hook for that, and then DX he did the verse for like pretty much the whole thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, maybe I can add someone else for a second half. He ended up just going for the whole thing. So I'm like, all right, smooth. So I just switched the beat up a little, made just so like it kept like, you know, it's like it kept the energy up. But yeah, that one was smooth too.
Yeah, the production on that shit went crazy.
Yeah.
So you said you produced the entire thing?
Yeah.
Word. So the other thing that I was fucking with, you had I think the song was called Top or Tops or some shit like that. Yeah. Your verse on that, I fucked with what you were saying. Like I felt like that was more your rapidy rap type of song off of that project, and like lyrically where you were going. With
you know what? I think that was me and Ezra, huh?
It might have been. I didn't really look at the track list. I was driving.
I know what you're talking about. Hold up a second. I'm pretty sure that was me and Ezra that did Top. Cause at some point it had like a switch and it kind of went to like a slower type of beat or something. Yeah, that second half was Ezra. Top was fun too. I thought I fucked with Top. Yeah.
And then the last one that I can remember off the top of my head, I think it was called Dream or Dreams.
Dreams, yeah. That was like 4 people on there. I don't even think I was on it, but like I just made the beat. That was Margella, one of my friends named Ali. He goes by Lotiv though. And then Tav, I think he just did some ad-libs and like a couple other people, but it was a cool project too. Yeah.
That's fine. So yeah. Can you speak on any like stuff that you're working on now or like future projects that you plan on releasing?
So right now I'm working on an album.
Okay.
It's pretty much all like recorded. I just working on my transitions, you know. Same thing from last time. So I just want to make sure like transitioning between song to song sounds like clean and comes out how I want to. I don't know how I'm gonna do it this time. Like I was thinking of doing like a kind of like a, you know how like DJs like transition between song to song. I was thinking of doing something like that, and if not that, make it more cinematic, as in like you're in a movie or a play or something, and like, you know, you're just transitioning between scenes in a play or something, if that makes sense.
That's interesting. It sounds like each time you've been trying to like up your transition game.
Yeah. So I'm trying to,
which I'm sure the DJs is gonna appreciate heavy.
I'm telling you, like, I can't wait to do a DJ transition, but I might just do that for a future project. Yeah. So for this project, we'll see how it works out for this one. But yeah, I'm working on an album. Most likely gonna come out the 11th, March 11th. I dropped a couple singles already for it, but yeah.
So you said it was gonna be more cinematic. Like I heard that you was working on a movie at one point. Is that something that you still pursuing? Like, what was the movie about? Like, can you break it down a little bit?
The movie I had to put a pause on just because like I just could not get the actors, like, and like I already had to wait because it got cold, and then a whole nother year passed, and I'm like, all right, I just gotta wait for all this, and then when the time's right, I can just come at it like hard how I want to, you know. So yeah, so it was pretty much about like it was about like some street racers and like, you know, like the struggle between like a kid like just getting into like the street racing scene and like gang life in the street racer scene. But it was kind of like a fantasy movie, but like I say fantasy, like, you know, it was pretty like animated for like the movie it is. Like think of like Pulp Fiction like meets like Fast and Furious or something. Okay. You know, something like different.
Something that is like story driven and has like a lot of different like overarching like characters and shit.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to make with that. Yeah. Sad it didn't come out how I wanted it to, but you know, I'll get another opportunity to do it.
How far along were you in the writing process? Like, was it a lot of it like done or?
Oh, it was pretty much like finished writing wise. It was literally just the production portion I had to do.
Okay, so what like inspired you during the writing process of it, or did it just flow?
I don't remember. I think I was watching like an anime, and I'm like, I could do this too. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I could do that. Yeah, like literally, like if I see something and I'm like, this is mad cool, I want to do this, then I'm like, I could do it easy. So I wrote out, you know, a script. Like I kept going on YouTube, learning out how to. I pretty much taught myself how to like write, like movies and stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. I was teaching myself some of the camera stuff and the production stuff. I was looking for a cameraman. I had all the cameramen set. It was really just getting the actors, hosting auditions, and like that portion is what I was struggling with, and getting some of the cars to appear too. But like at that point, I was gonna start getting into like digital production and like digital sets and stuff, like kind of making a lot of stuff CGI. But I had a whole plan. It just, you know, in time it'll work out. Maybe a different time. But yeah,
it'll come out when it's meant to come out.
When it's meant to come out, yeah, exactly.
So who like is movies another like type of thing that you passionate about? Like, definitely. Did you watch like a ton of movies? Like, who are some of your favorite directors? Favorite movies and shit?
So definitely Tarantino.
Okay,
he's definitely up there. Right now Jordan Peele too. So like, you know, Us.
Nope.
Nope.
I haven't seen Nope. Is it good?
It was pretty good, but it's like it's not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. I liked it personally, but it's definitely not for everyone. But I thought like all his movies are just mad fire. Like Get Out, all that shit. Like, and I don't know. Like it definitely speaks to a black demographic because I'm like it's just a lot of the shit in there. Like I can definitely relate to, but. Yeah, I thought Us was one of the creepiest like movies I ever seen though. Like
Us was fucked, yo.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, yo, if there was just another, and the end of the movie's crazy too. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But bro, the end of the movie's crazy. Like realizing that whole like scenario, that shit's crazy. That shit's scary. One of my biggest fears.
Literally,
one of my biggest fears, like ever. Like imagine you wake up, you're like, that's me, like.
That's why I feel like the movie was so powerful, though. That's why it was such a hit.
Yeah,
it literally created like its own genre within Hollywood because so many people was trying to like copy that movie after the fact.
Yeah,
too.
that's crazy. New fear discovered. Like that was crazy. I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, I've never like been scared of like just randomly seeing myself and then having to go through that whole process. Like that was crazy. And they're just holding hands around the world. Crazy. But yeah.
That shit is wild.
But yeah.
Who? So you said Quentin Tarantino. You said Jordan Peele. Anybody else?
What's his name? He made Dark Knight.
Oh, Chris Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. There you go. Yeah, Dark Knight was just fire. That whole series was just fire to me. Joker's my favorite character. I don't even care. Joker. Bane was pretty solid too. I'm not gonna lie. Bane just did like some savage shit. But like
people
Joker,
clowned on Bane, and I don't get it because he was so hard in that movie.
No, like, bro, like he's like I don't know. Bane had that energy, like, yo, whatever I want done is gonna get done, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Literally.
And then Batman had to literally take a break. He's like, dang, bro, like, let me like
early retirement.
Like, bro, he's like, bro, let me sit down and like meditate through like this whole situation because. Me doing it like bare hands is not working out. Nah. Like Bane was like that. Like Bane pretty much won. Like these other guys did not win. Bane won. Batman had to like come out back after the fact. Like sheesh.
He won so hard that he affected the movie title by calling that shit Dark Knight Returns.
You see that? You see that? Like, bro, Batman was on vacation for real. Like, he's like, yo, bro, after this one I'm done. Like Gotham's all set. Like I can't help these guys anymore. That's crazy. But Joker, favorite villain, I don't know. The way this dude, Heath Ledger, did his shit in that movie was like crazy. I'm like, nah, bro. Like you can't just act that kind of shit, you know? Like I'm like, yo, he had to have meant like some of the shit he did in that movie because like you can't just act that. I don't know. That guy was crazy, but he's fire for what he did in that movie. Yeah.
Shit. So what about anime then? You mentioned that you was watching anime before. Oh. What kind of anime you fucking with?
I'm a One Piece fan, just so you guys know. So
okay.
Whoever's a hater, that's their problem.
Are you caught up with it?
I'm caught up.
Damn. Okay.
I stopped for a while just so I can like wait a little and so I can binge it. Cause
that makes sense though.
Catching up on One Piece is like the greatest and the worst feeling ever. Cause it's like, oh man, I just seen like 1,000 episodes worth of this anime, and then all of a sudden you're like, nah, I gotta wait week to week.
So after seeing 1,000 episodes of it, like I've never watched One Piece. I've seen like the first 3 episodes. Like I know Luffy, Zoro, I know the general crew, and like they get into different shit. But like, try to sell me the show. Try to sell it to me.
All right, bro. Think of it like, I don't know how to. I couldn't sell you. I literally just gotta say like, bro, just give it a chance. Like. Just try to commit to it, and then later, like the further down you get, you just know you won't be disappointed. I don't know. Then they just do savage nigga shit. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, nah, they do some savage shit. I don't know, but yeah, One Piece, Tokyo Revengers. I fucks with Tokyo Revengers because they do some savage shit too. Like, yeah, they're like a bunch of middle school kids, but they're like biker gangs. Like in Japan, like back then, like biker gangs were like prominent. It's like kind of like Yakuza, but for like little kids type shit.
Makes sense. Okay.
So they had like a bunch of biker gangs, and they would just beat each other up, like just do a bunch of like crazy like gang activities, you know?
Was it based off like real shit?
the author, I'm pretty sure, based it off of his own life because he used to be in a biker gang as a kid, and like the story's kind of based off of his like life and what happened to his like biker gang type shit. But Tokyo Revengers definitely there. What else? Sheesh, I haven't watched a lot of anime in a minute, but right now those are pretty much my top 2.
So what you used to watch?
What I used to watch?
Yeah.
I mean, I would watch like pretty much everything, like Dragon Ball, what's it called, Hunter x Hunter every once in a while. I haven't finished Hunter x Hunter though. I want to finish that.
You never finished? How far did you get?
Bro, I don't know. I think I started watching like the trials they were doing at the beginning, like the Hunter trials or whatever, and then I was like, then I had to do something that I just completely forgot about it. But it was not bad at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was calm from where I was at in the show. It was pretty calm.
Yo, they turn up later in that show. If you
I always hear that shit. I see clips,
it's disgusting,
and then I'm like, man,
because listen, I went into it hating on it. Cause my brother was like trying to hype it up to me and shit. So I was like, nah, it's gonna be trash. So corny, for the first season, I was trying to find every way to hate on it. Yeah. But as I kept watching that shit, I was like, oh my god, I was so wrong.
That's the same with One Piece. I mean,
damn though.
I'll give you 1,000 episodes is way too much. That's what I'm not gonna lie. Yo. But you know, the longer you give it, it gets better. I'm not gonna lie. But this is My Hero 2. What's some of your favorite anime?
Shit, favorite? I fucked with Evangelion.
Oh,
that
one I wish I got into. Just haven't yet. But yeah.
It's short enough. That's why I watched it and shit.
Alright, smooth.
It was like 24 episodes, and then I wanted to watch a movie because I didn't really get it type shit.
Yeah.
And then I like got it after I watched the movie.
Got you.
So that one was a short one. I don't really like long shit because I like to binge it and be done with it.
Alright, cool. Like, I respect
don't like
that.
Keeping shit open because it's just gonna piss me off, and then it's gonna distract me from what the fuck I gotta do.
I got you.
So I fucked with another short one. It was called Death Parade.
I've seen Death Parade. Death Parade's fire too. I actually like that shit.
Yeah, that shit fire.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming at the end. I'm like, why is this girl here, bro? Like, she's kind of just taking up space, bro. Like, and she's complaining too much for me. I don't know. I'm like, yo, get this girl out of here, bro. But yeah, now it made sense though. That anime was pretty cool.
I just fuck with the concept though.
Also, Code Geass for me. I don't know if you've seen Code Geass.
It sounds very familiar. Remind me. Oh, is that with Lelouch?
Yeah, Lelouch. She has like the eye power or something.
Yeah, I didn't finish that one.
I don't know. To me, my number one anime all time.
Damn. Okay.
After One Piece. Probably before One Piece.
It's like top 5 type shit.
It's definitely top 5. But yeah, up there. Probably top 2. But yeah.
So do you fuck with Death Note? Because I hear people that fuck with that show fuck with Death Note.
I did not finish Death Note. I used to watch it with my cousin as a kid. I seen a couple episodes in the middle, and I think I seen the last episode. In my head, I'm gonna forget it because I want to go through it again. But yeah, so Death Note's definitely up there too, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like people overgas like their intelligence at the same time.
Yeah, especially in the later episodes.
But like at the same time though, like it looks like something I would definitely, because I like strategic shit. Yeah. You know, Attack on Titan was pretty solid too. I like Attack on Titan. I couldn't watch it for the longest time though, just because I don't know, the beginning was just too like boring for me.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, and I know a lot of shit happens, but I'm just like, all right, cool, bro, I get it. Yeah, monsters, wow. But I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Then it started getting into like the politics and shit. I'm like, whoa, this is getting pretty deep. I might have to continue watching it. So yeah, I was jacking Attack on Titan.
I never finished the last season when they switched up the animation. I didn't see that one.
Sheesh. I literally just got watched that last episode. I'm pretty sure I'm done.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I was watching with my girlfriend, so like we're waiting for it to come out in English. So I don't know if it's gonna do that. I personally prefer the sub version, but you know, sheesh, is what it is.
Right. You gotta do it. Yeah, I feel you. So let's spin it back to the music. So since you incorporate so many of these aspects of like cinematography and even anime and animation and shit, what's like your music video like process looking like? Because I'd imagine that you're pretty creatively like
definitely. So like most of the time I like to, if I'm working with someone, I try to incorporate as much as their ideas and mix it, find like the middle point between theirs and mine as much as possible. But when it's just me, I think I try to like find like whatever feels like more nostalgic. It doesn't have to like literally like match like the nostalgic like perfectly, but like it just has to feel like, give that like feeling. I guess like when you like even like when you take a shot, like the way everything's placed in the scene has to give that feeling. Like, and also like you know, I think I got this technique from one of my friends from one of my first videos. So one of my first couple of videos, my friend Luke shot it for me. He always like it, he liked to incorporate like mirrors in his music videos a lot. So like later on, like when I ended up doing Bad Idea, like I ended up using like a reflection off of my car in the sunset. So you could only see my silhouette, but it was a reflection off of my car. So it was like, it was just like stuff like that, like just getting like a vibe out of like every shot pretty much, you know? Yeah, I'm really heavy into like the feeling, making sure it feels good rather than like, you know, things being more technical, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Interesting. So do you think about like costume design or anything like that, or is that something that you just kind of go with the flow?
Sometimes. So like that later, yeah, kind of. So like I kind of like to tell like a mini story too, because I think it helps like give something for people to hold on to. So like for the Bad Idea one, like I don't tell people what the story is, but like in my head the story was, oh, I had like a situation with like an old friend or like an old girlfriend or whatever. It didn't turn out right, so they cut me, you know? So I'll like have props to like convey those messages. Like the last video I was bleeding in from my neck. Now it doesn't like tell that explicitly, but you know, like I try to just give myself stories to go off of just so like the vibe like continues, like can like match the scene, whatever I'm shooting, you know?
So how do you like so when, I guess what I'm asking is, do you approach it more so from like, I'm going to make this a cinematic experience, or do you look at it more so I'm going to, like, do you think about it from the music side? How do you incorporate both aspects and make them flow into like one thing?
So most of the time, my songs in general, I try to make, when I'm making a song, I try to make it feel like I'm scoring a movie or something. Okay. So when I go into making a music video for it, I really try to like push the cinematic portion of like making the music video. Like I'll scout the area, the location, whatever, you know, see what shots might be good, this, that. Ooh, this is kind of cool. If something happens accidentally, I'll take it in, but like it's most of the time it's planned beforehand.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah. But yeah, most of the time my songs they're like made for that kind of vibe. Like I try to make my songs feel cinematic.
How would you describe your sound if someone had never heard your sound?
I guess you could say like a mixture between like Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott, like pretty much Goosebumps. Okay. Or you could say like Drake and Kendrick, but like Drake from Dark Lane demo tapes. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Or even maybe Black and Party Next Door. So like that kind of like darker aspect of like rap, but like
like
vibey,
the Weeknd, Balloon House.
Shit. That kind of stuff. But like I can also get into like vibey and like party stuff too at the same time.
What's your favorite kind of song to make? Do you have a favorite type of song?
Lately it's been like, well, I don't know. I used to really love making dancehall music. Dancehall is just mad fun. I don't know what it is, like, cause like even like when it comes down to lyrics, like you don't even have to try with the lyrics. As long as it's a vibe, you win. Right. Lately, I've been into Jersey Club a lot, cause I don't know, it kind of gives me like that dancehall feeling, but like more of like the trap side of it, I guess you could say. And it's just like fun. It's just like party stuff, but like I can say like, you know, I can like put bars into it if I really wanted to.
Right. That's why I've been fucking with that shit sound too.
Jersey Clubs to me right now is like just fire.
I've been wanting to explore that sound, I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely try it. And like, you don't even don't even put too much pressure on it. Just like do whatever feels good, like whatever comes to you. Like, Yeah, Jersey Club, I've been on that a lot lately. But like really, my favorite types of sounds are like, yeah, like darker type beats with like a deep voice, and then like mixing it with like a high voice every once in a while, or like high pitch ad libs, but like deeper voice, you know, like duh, like type shit, you know.
Right.
So like I know you make music too, and I know we made a song like way back then.
I still have it.
You still have it? When is that dropping? What's going on?
So, you know, it's crazy. My whole laptop literally died, and our song is one of the ones that we saved.
Crazy.
We still have it because it's been on that computer since we recorded it. It's been on a hard drive, and it was on a like a mobile one that I usually have.
That's crazy.
So I still have it. I just need to re-record my verse and release it. And I figured since we got the interview, it's like release the interview, release the song.
That's perfect.
Type shit.
Smooth.
Because originally I did want to have an animated music video. I was gonna drop like mad bread on, because Fazo didn't want to like record a music video without like charging type shit, and I wasn't trying to charge for that shit.
Yeah, nah, I got you.
So I was like, you know, it'd be dope to circumvent that. Why not do some like animated shit?
They just have it right. You said weave.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, fuck it. I already got the song. Like, animate the shit. And then I think that was at the time. What year was that? That was a fucking minute ago.
It was a while ago.
I remember I was seeing other music videos at the time that were animated too. So I was like, oh, this would fit in too. I do still kind of want to do that. I just don't know how to go about doing it.
I got you. I don't know if I know a person for that. Tavio's the closest person I know, and I don't know if he's there yet with that. But you could check him out. You could ask him. Maybe he'll figure something out for you. But
I'll look into it.
But yeah. What else? Also, I missed your performance at the thing. I was sick, bro.
Bro, I had bronchitis. I was sick too. I smoked too much, so I got sick as fuck, yo.
That's crazy. But like, no, when we were doing like the sound check earlier, I'm like, yo, these songs are like fire. You had like a more like dancey song. I didn't get to hear that. What's that song called?
Party on Elm Street.
Party on Elm.
Because like I remember I was just roaming Elm Street like drunk as fuck, and I was staying at a hotel at the time, and I was just thinking, I was like, yo, there's so much potential for it to be like a scene. It's just gotta like happen.
That's crazy.
So I was like, fuck it, call it Party on Elm Street. I don't know, it just made sense.
I don't know how you guys can like just make music's like off substances. Like me, I cannot focus. Like if I smoke, like in my head, like I'm saying everything twice or 5 times. So like when I'm trying to say it out loud for real, like I'm stuttering, and it's just ass. I cannot do that. But yeah.
Well, for me, it's like I don't like to record the final vocals like smoking and shit, because I feel like my voice is a lot higher and it's harder to control type shit. So I feel like my voice is a lot deeper, like either when I first wake up or like just in general without smoking. Yeah. I recorded the song Weary Mind, and like I literally had a dream like of writing that song, and then I woke up and recorded it. That's how I was able to do like the voice change in that song. But fucking yeah.
That's crazy. So you write like pencil?
No, I usually use the phone. Just basically, what I'll try to do is I'll just like hear the beat. Like if I'm in a studio, like I have to write the shit, but like I'll listen to it. I'll like write a bar. I'll like say it out loud, and then like I kind of have to say like how it goes into the next line type shit. You. And then by the end of it, I have a whole thing in my phone, so it's like I might as well bring it into the booth and just like look at it as I go type shit.
Yeah,
people are always telling me I gotta put like the phone down and shit though. Which I don't disagree with, because I feel like that would help my flow. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I feel like writing it is way better than typing on the phone, just because like it sticks in your head better. Like, you know, like the, I guess, muscle memory or something like that.
I have noticed that, because I do be writing in this notebook.
You know?
See, like I got all types of shit.
And like it's so much easier to just type. Like you can type faster a lot faster than you write. So like when you're writing, like each like word matters that you're putting down. So like because you're going so much slower, but I don't even do either of those anymore. I just kind of like I just punch in.
Sometimes I'll do that too, but I don't like to do that if I'm like in a studio. Like when I pull up to the studio, I want to make sure like everything's straight type shit. But if I'm recording at the crib, I definitely record that way. Like,
you know what's crazy? I struggle with like other people recording me.
What do you mean?
So like let's say if I were to go to like someone else's studio, like, you know, they have their engineer already. Like me, I record myself most of the time, you know, like just record, say what I gotta say, stop.
Right.
When I'm doing with other people, like I'm still not bad, but it's just like the recording process is just different than mine. So it's like I'll have to like, I feel like I have to improvise a lot more recording at someone else's studio because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting other people's time.
Okay.
But like really like, I don't know, it's just a struggle to me because like the way they record, like they like to say like, they'll say like one line like 5 times and they'll pick the best line out of it. Yeah. And then they'll restart the, you know, the recording take or whatever. Me, I have to say like one line at a time. Look at it, listen to it, check. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe just change the end portion, and then like, you know, so I can like stop and like go through a process in my head. But I don't know how they do it. They just say the same line, like repeat. It's like, how am I supposed to check like what I did like wrong the last take? But you know, I don't know. I gotten better at it. It's just a little strange to me.
I feel like ever since like you told me at that one session we was about like, you remember when me and Scuba and you was all like recording?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so you told me to like punch in type shit and say it like line by line.
Yeah.
And so
because you were trying to do one take, right?
Right. I was trying to like cut it into like different verses and shit. But so I started to do that, and then I felt like I felt like the vocal takes were coming out a lot better, but I felt like it was changing the flows too. So then I felt like that was a different lane.
So you know it's crazy. You know it's cool. Now that I told you that, you can do it, but only do it whenever you need to. Right, you know what I'm saying? But like you already got that figured out. That's yeah. So it's just like I use it a lot, but like there's times where it definitely does sound better, like going for the whole like section. So like cause like sometimes people like to hear the breath or like the flow just like sits better in the beat, like everything sits better. Yeah, when you do it like one take for whatever section you're doing, whatever line you're doing. But
yeah, lately I've been trying to like match my voice more so to like the piano and shit before I like record and do final takes and shit. So like if the beat is in like a key and I know what the key is, like I'll try to like match that key. But I feel like that leads to me not experimenting enough with my voice.
I can understand what you mean. I feel like there's a time and place for experimenting though. So like me, most of the time, like if I'm gonna just experiment or just try to find new sounds, I'll set like a time off for that. Like I don't do it consciously, but it's like I don't know what to do today. I don't know what to record today. I don't really have anything to say. Let me just experiment with stuff. And then like, you know, as I'm experimenting, I learn new stuff like about myself and like about like what I was just practicing with. I'll try to take it into like a production setting and like, you know, try something like new, but like something I've already practiced pretty much when I was experimenting. So it's like, let me make this song like, you know, a banger. Then it's like I'll come up to a section, I'll be like, you know what, I did this thing like last week, let me try it. And then, you know, it's something new, but you know, not at the same time.
Interesting. For me, like when I like, if it's a day like you said, when it's like I don't got like too much going on, so like I just gotta like pull something out, like that's usually when I'll like go to smoke. If I've been recording for like a long period of time type shit, I try to like do the first like couple of hours or whatever like without smoking, and then smoke, so that way it like revitalizes like everything I gotta say type shit. I feel like it's almost like not like a meditative process.
No, I definitely understand what you mean by meditative process. It definitely is, because everything else like a reset or something, like you can just, you know, go from a different start fresh from a different place or something, I guess you could say.
Are you into any of that meditation?
Kind of. I used to, but like now like music is my meditation for me. So, you know, it's like if I'm stressed or if I'm like, you know, just chilling, or like, you know, I'll make a beat or I'll record a song, one or the other, and it'll just be like, cause like I don't know, my head, like I feel like my head clears out. Cause like I don't even really realize what I say until after the song's finished, and I'll be like, "Wow, I said that," you know. But like, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you ever notice like sometimes this could just be me, but I feel like sometimes I'll say like lyrics and then that shit will actually happen, like in real life.
Yo, that shit is scary. It's a fact.
It's weird, right?
I'm telling you, it's to a point where even I I cannot say bad shit with my name in it.
Right.
Like, that's just scary. Like, I don't know. That's a fact. Like, I don't know. I feel like music's like one of the most powerful things like in the world. So like, even just speaking in real life, like, just watch what you say. Like, cause I don't know. Like, whatever you believe in, God's a funny guy. Like, yo, he'll spit that shit right back at you. Like, yo, you saying the wrong shit, But like, yeah, I felt that.
I feel like if you make music, like, you get it. It's weird. It's such a strange thing, yo.
Exactly. And you know what's funny too? They were saying like, you know how they were saying like, yo, everyone who has a song named Armed and Dangerous ends up dying. Yeah. And I heard that shit. I'm like, nah, that's crazy. And then 50 Cent was like, yo, bro, watch what you say, because that shit really happened. I'm like, nah, that shit crazy. Yo, Young Thug's like, yo, bro, I used to say a lot of trash shit. Then once I said I'm going to get a new car in a song, I got a new car. I'm like, bro, y'all need to stop the cap. And I looked at the stats, bro. I'm like, Biggie died. Pac died, Smoke died. I'm like, whoa. They all had the same song, Armed and Dangerous. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, all right, whatever I say, like, really got to be like clean, because like I cannot be like putting bad luck on myself.
Literally. I remember one time, like, what was it? It must have been like my freshman year of high school or some shit. I recorded some bar about like wanting to be in a Benz or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like the end of my senior year, I ended up getting a Benz. Like, coincidentally, it was a shit Benz. Like, it was a rust bucket, but I still ended up in a Benz.
The proof was there. Like, it
weird,
really happened. Like, that shit's
crazy. And then
crazy.
I listened to the shit like years later after that happened. I was like, oh, that's
Hold
weird,
up a
Joe.
second, right? Exactly. Yeah, that shit's scary to me. But like, I don't know. I try to put as much good as shit in the air as possible, because sheesh, I'm trying to get my money and get out of here. You feel me? Like, shit.
Well, one of the things that you said that you would do if it wasn't music would be like teaching and shit. What would you teach if you could choose?
If I could teach, I feel like I would most likely do like, it wouldn't be called social studies, but like I would really want people to learn how to like communicate with each other. Like, learn how to communicate with each other better. Like, learn how to like solve like confrontation, like problems. Like, let's say like you get into an argument with someone, how do you resolve the situation like peacefully?
Right.
You know, like just like raising the next generation to be like peaceful. So yeah, if I were to teach, I'd probably do something not like social studies, but like just teach people how to like speak to each other better, like how to have conversations, how to manage your emotions, like more like personal development or like personal like growth, stuff like that. Teaching kids like how to like learn, you know, so they can develop their own like minds faster, like a lot of like skills like we did not learn in school that I wish we could have learned, like, because now there's like people growing up today, like let's say like
so someone got like $20 in their pocket and they feel like shooting up the club because they don't got like a hand
exactly, like even financial literacy at that point, or just like basics understandings of like, yeah, like just like more community stuff. Like you need to know how to deal with other people, like manage your emotions, and if you really can't, like maybe you should seek help. Getting help is not an issue as well, like, you know, just like a bunch of stuff like that. But definitely like, or even just like relationships with like each other. Like, if you have a kid, don't leave that kid. Don't be a deadbeat dad.
Right.
You know,
because a lot of it does start in the home.
Yeah, exactly. And like some kids don't have that opportunity, but it doesn't mean they can't get a chance to learn about those opportunities or like receive it, understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Especially since like I feel like, especially like the way that the America is structured and shit. Like I feel like the family unit has always been under attack for like a hot minute, and that's like resulted in where we are today.
Definitely.
And so affecting like the youth by like teaching them, like you said, to communicate and to like think more rationally, or to work through their emotions or whatever it may be. Like that is probably one of the more realistic things that like people can do to like really impact like, because
like a lot of people are just going through it. They got nowhere to like turn to, so it's like, You know, like it could have been prevented a while ago, or at least like remedied a while ago, like to at least know where to find help when you're in a situation like that.
Right.
But like otherwise, like people are really just sitting with their own emotions, like bottled up. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to like unbottle that shit. I don't know, like healthily, you know.
That's why so many people have music as an outlet.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna
That's why
lie,
I got
like,
into music.
When I first opened the studio, like
Yeah.
I really feel like I gave like a lot of people like not even like a chance, but like I just opened their eyes to like possibilities that like, yo, you could literally be like more than like the circumstances you were put in. You know what I'm saying? Like the environment you were put in. Like I don't know. That's the one thing I'm happy I like at least like did in my life. At least I had the studio. I showed people like, oh, here's a dream. You can actually have a dream and like get out of here. You know, you don't have to like die at 17. Like type shit. You know.
I mean that's why I got into music. I wanted to inspire people. I wanted to show people like you could do something like you can make it doing anything that you choose to do, even if it's something that doesn't come like natural to you.
You know,
type shit. Cause like when I first started making music, I was trash, like utterly trash.
Yeah.
He can attest to that. He's got files that could just destroy my name.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I have some trash shit out too. And there's still trash shit on my page right now under my name.
Nah, he's holding my trash shit like hostage and shit. I can't.
It's like, yo, you play around, bro. I'm pushing the button, bro. Like, don't play with me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But like to come from that to like even where I'm at, like I'm not like the development is crazy.
Exactly.
Like you can't hate on that because it's just growth. I don't know where we were at, but we're gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate having you.
Yo, I appreciate you having me. What? Jeez. Yo, I like just to speak my mind. You know, every once in a while I don't get a chance to do that a lot. That's why I make my music. So you know, I appreciate you guys having me.
Anytime you want to come back for future shit, you're always welcome, bro. Always.
You already know.
So follow him on all of his. Drop your socials.
Cairo the Mask, all platforms. If you're looking on me on Apple and stuff, the T and the lowercase. Don't know why I did that, but you know, Cairo the Mask.
Word up. I'll probably, if our song's out, which it should be by the time this interview's out, I'll link that in the description too, so you'll be able to find his music probably easier and shit.
You already know.
You already know. 212 the Prodigy, Cairo the Mask. Uplift yourself. Stay safe, people.
Most deaf.